What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time. And today is the return of Paradise Eve, but also a debut for Parasite Eve, but a debut for Parasite Eve 2. And these are requested by Justin, who's requested, I think, everything Parasite Eve here. And Indie Struck. We're doing two games, Parasite Eve and Parasite Eve 2. First song is, we're actually going to start with the which I guess the intro, it's called Primal Eyes from the channel Girl with Turn. And then the other song is M.I.S.T or M.I.S.T from the channel Mishona. Okay. Well, still don't know anything about Parasite Eve. I just know it's Square because of that. And apparently it had a sequel. I didn't even know there was a sequel for this. So, yeah. Let's get into it. Kind of forgot what it sounds like. I think it was a little creepy sounding, if I recall. I'm going to look up some info on it. But let's go with Parasite Eve, I guess, intro movie. Primal Eyes. Let's go. Whoa, Yoko Shimomura. Okay, there you go. I just saw the description. Interesting, okay. Currently playing a game that features Yoko Shimomura. All right, let's go. Or used to. I'm guessing this is just gonna be like a straight up, like, actual intro. How it plays in game. I miss intro FMVs, man. A Lost Art. New York. Oh god, this sounds so like 2000s. Early 2000s. Let me see when this was made. Resonance. Oh, I hate rodents. What the hell is this game? Ooh, ooh. Yeah, she likes her pianos, doesn't she? 1998. Close enough. That Millennium sound. We've already... Where are we going? New York? We got a... dinosaurs? Oh, dude, yeah, this is like super 2000s core. Matrix, all that, like just that technological era. What am I watching? Yeah, whatever that fluid is definitely a big part of the game. This might be the most like industrial rock song I've heard from Yoko Shimomura ever. Maybe. The worst foe lies within the self. Woo. Oh, dude, I felt like I just went back in time. I could hear her though, like that's her like piano playing, right? Okay, you know, I just had a crazy thought right now, and I know this sounds super dumb, but work with me here. I truly think this, and I truly do, not just because I'm on here, but I think YouTube is one of the best creations mankind has ever come up with. It is a window into the past. You can watch stuff whenever you want, whatever you want. I haven't watched TV in years. You can watch movies on here. You can do whatever you want. You can learn how to bake. You can learn how to whatever, dude. And also, the name YouTube is like just genius. I'm not shilling. But the reason I'm saying that is like, and what, like, just think about like, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. Say you just wanted to watch something. You were at the mercy of whatever was on TV, whatever's on cable, satellite. You couldn't just watch. If you wanted to watch this, you know what you had to do? You had to turn on your PlayStation or whatever, you know, hook it up with their 3-prong cables. What was it? I always forget the red, yellow, and white. To your CRT, flat screens didn't exist. Or hook up your phone to the internet. Or use your very crappy flip phone that the internet browsers were. You know what I mean? Like, you couldn't just freely watch that. Now here, we can just relive this whenever we want and comment on it and meet mutuals, people talking about it, and then have people like me in the future relive it for the first time and then talk about it again. It's fascinating, dude. It's like such a stoner thought. I'm sober, but you know what I mean? Like, that's just so crazy. But anyways, the thing is, like, I can feel for a minute the year of like the that moment. You know, I was quite young in the 2000s, but you know, it takes you back to that time, whatever time you were in school. Like, you seeing this and hearing this, it just takes you back. Whether that was a good time or a bad time, it just kind of like takes you there, and that's crazy to me. Like, it's the closest thing we have to a time capsule. You know, before that we had home movies on like camcorders or something. Anyways, YouTube's cool. So this definitely brought me back to, you know, that 2000s era of everything was like Y2K. Matrix was really popular. You know, just that sort of edgy look. We had what was popular around this time? Was it new metal? I think like new metal might have started going around this time. So we had like Linkin Parks, stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's hard to remember. There's so many acts, but anyways, I totally felt that. But it also felt to me that this was like a new thing for, if it is Yoko Shimomura, which it you know, it could be, but if it is, you know, I could totally see her like, oh, we got to try something new. You know, we got to move on with the times. At this point, she had already been making music for well over 10 years in games, right? Street Fighter 2. Just crazy to me. Or, you know, just about 10 years. Either way, she's already been established. So, man, she's good. I mean, I think people already know that, but damn, she's really good. Like, anywhere from Final Fantasy to Xenoblade to Parasite Eve to Street Fighter to Kingdom Hearts. Damn, dude. What an absolute legend. Anyways, also it took me back to, you know, watching movies like, watching movies in games. Like, I used to love that. That's gone. We'll talk about the song in a second, but like, I'm just getting really nostalgic here because this is kind of my era of gaming. This is when I was playing games, right? PS1, PS2, or playing demos, I should say, that I may want to play into games. So it's really nostalgic for me, and man, it just takes me back. So, Parasite Eve. I'm just going to assume, I don't know anything about it yet still, that it's something along the lines of like a supernatural kind of disease or something taking over. I see this like orange thing kind of running around. I kind of got like X-Files vibes too. So some sort of, I don't know, some sort of like case we're working on. It seems like this blonde girl might be the main protagonist. Kind of looks like a spy. Who knows? Don't know her name. Actually, let me guess. Is it Eve? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This just felt like the most 2000 thing I could imagine. But the song was really cool. It was a new sound for me that I never heard for Yoko Shimomura, but also very reminiscent of, you know, that time's music. So now it really excites me to hear the second one because it's my introduction to Parasite Eve 2, but I want to see how much it transformed. And I really just miss intro movies that is gone. By the way, I know they'll never come back because when things go away, they never really come back. Have you noticed that? They don't. I think we all expect it low-key to come back, But intro movies, they're not really gonna come back. But also booklets. You know when you used to open the game and there was like a book with illustrations. Sometimes it was colored, sometimes it wasn't. That's gone. Now it's just literally just a cover art, like a little piece of paper and maybe a DLC code or something. It's so lifeless. It's pretty sad, and those are never coming back. No matter what, they'll never ever come back. You know, because that costs money, and businesses don't like to waste money. Anyways, that was cool. We need more intros. So this one is my debut of Parasite Eve 2. I can't read the text here. It says original soundtrack composed, and then it just says some name, but it is not Yoko Shimomura. So there's that. Actually, let me click something really quick here. Okay, yes, confirmed. Yoko Shimomura is the composer for the first game. Let me see, second one. I guess I can look at the description of the game. Whoa, 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 I saw a name. Naoshi Mizuta? Oh, that is what it says. Oh, shit. Well, things just got really exciting. Naoshi Mizuta is the composer of this game. Okay. So my favorite music from Final Fantasy XI. No big deal. Okay. Let's go. M.I.S.T. M.I.S.T. Parasite Eve 2. That's exciting. 2 legends in one video. I wonder why she didn't come back. I mean, she was busy. She's been in so many projects. But I always wonder, you know, why they may not come back. Excuse me. We're getting jazzy. When did this one come out? 1 year later? Or 2 technically in North America. But basically a year later. Ooh, or a year and a half, 2 years. It's actually kind of crazy how fast games used to come out back then. Sequels. Now it's like 4 or 5 plus years in between. Bigger teams, more technology, I get it, but still. I always think of like Final Fantasy's run in the 90s. It was like... Speaking of Final Fantasy, it reminds me of Esto Gaza from 9. Yeah! Oh, dude. Lo-fi before lo-fi existed. Oh, Naoshi was so good, dude. Ooh, bass. Was this the Justin request? I think it was. Yeah. Thanks, Justin. This is the same requester as Valhalla and countless other... Oh, dude. I love how it's like old quality too. Like this is an old record or this upload. I'm guessing I haven't looked at it yet. I'm gonna guess like 2011 or something. 2008. Damn. If you've been on YouTube long enough, well, you can hear it too, but like, you could just tell when something's like the old compression. Rhodes piano. Survival horror. With some RPG elements. The title was written and directed by Kenichi Iwao, who wrote Resident Evil. I don't really play games like this. I don't think I've ever played a game like this, like survival horror. What is that? Something hollow. It sounds like a plastic bottle or something. Or if it's like a proper instrument. Dude, Square... Square does not play in the music department. Or has never played in the music department. It's so strictly business. Then again, you have to think about it, right? We live now in, as I'm recording this, 2024. Square's been around for, oh god, I don't even know exactly when. Let's just say around 40 years, give or take, maybe more. And pretty much everything I've heard since I don't even know what the earliest Square song I've heard is, but whatever. They pretty much have always had good music, pretty much always had good games, right? That is undeniable. There's a reason why they're still here. There's a reason why they're a pillar, and there's a reason why games for decades have been inspired from their games. It's a big deal. Whether you agree with like their practices or how they've been or whatever they've been putting out, their history is still there. That is unerasable. And it's because of stuff like this. It's the attention that they bring to everything. It seems like no matter what project it is, whether it fails or not, like they try. They try, and they don't just, I don't know. That could be maybe like a meme I'm saying, because I remember with one time with Pokemon, I said like all their games were quality, and people were like, "Oh, well, if you only knew." I mean, I don't think any developer aims to make garbage or anything. You know, I'm saying like it seems like there's an effort. Regardless of that, that's not the point here. It's just there's a love and a craft to it, and this could be something as simple as maybe Yoko Shimomura was busy with another project, or simply we think Mizuta might be better for this project. You know, no hard feelings. That's kind of what I like about it. And then everything, like how many. Reminder: I didn't play much games until recently. You know, like the past 2 years, I started playing games again, kind of because of this channel. I started to hear the songs, and I noticed a lot of those games were Square. Like a lot of the games that I've played have been Square. The Nier series, Chrono Trigger, like 4 or 5 different Final Fantasy games. Technically Power Wash Simulator, but that doesn't count. I feel like there's something else missing, surely. But just everything that I've experienced from either Squaresoft or Square Enix. Yeah, man. Soundtracks are nuts. This one, to me, although it was a little bit of ahead of its time, or I should rephrase that. Although there was music like this that existed back then, it slightly was ahead of its time, because now this style has become a lot more popular with like homework edits. You know, it's called lo-fi now. I don't think it was called lo-fi back then. Low fidelity. It's kind of become like a genre. I'm not really sure what this would have been called back in 1999 or 2000, to be totally honest. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't called lo-fi. Anyways, that just, I don't know. The way Naoshi Mizuta writes has a very ambient, pseudo-creepy feel to it, but also very memorable. You know, my experience mostly comes from Final Fantasy XI. Also requested some stuff from this requester too, and some of my favorite songs in that game, which is a very underrated soundtrack to me. Even though it's a Final Fantasy, 11's is extremely underrated because it's an MMO. Probably one of the least played FFs, if I recall correctly. That soundtrack is incredible. So, But yeah, as far as the whole vibe of the game, like survival horrors, that kind of stuff, I never really got into that. Like your Resident Evils, your whatever, Silent Hills. I never got into that genre of games, I should say. So I have no idea how fun they are, if they're meant to be played just for like the shock factor, to be scared, or people just like being creeped out. I don't know. But I feel like, I don't know. The whole feeling Parasite Eve gives me is like cult classic that some people remember. That's kind of what I get from it. For example, this video is, although 170,000 views is not a little bit, from 2008 from till now is not that much. And then the other one, the intro, had only 13,000 views since 2010. So I'm not like knocking it, but you know, it seems kind of under the radar. Like if you know kind of thing. Anyways, fantastic. I love both songs. And I think I'm more interested in it now than I was before. I've heard other Parasite Eve stuff. And I believe some of the other stuff may have had vocals in it. I could be wrong. But man, I've been using this word lately a lot, but it's a vibe. Really cool. And really cool that it was two legendary composers in two different games. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Indie Struck. Thank you to all my patrons. You see, here I cannot be here without them. Truly. Thanks you for watching. My name is Jesse. Take it easy.